Hello, Steve here from fireboxstove.com. Hey, I'm kind of on top of the world right now. I've just taken this brutal, bumpy, rocky, rough road drive. What do you think? Can I get through that with my silky saw? Nope, don't think so. Let's see if I can get around. All the way up here. It's about 12 noon, and let me just give you a wraparound view of kind of where I'm at here. So I'm way up on one of the top ridges in the high Uintas. So I'm going to be working my way down into this area, and it's going to be me and Ash. It's going to be the first time I've tried to do this trip solo. A lot of lakes up here in the high Uintas. Really beautiful country. My favorite place to be. Well, now you can see the next basin over. I've spent some time over there as well. It's pretty nice. As you can see, this is getting a little hairy. Great big boulders, and it's very steep. So I might take Ash's pack off. I think I will. Come here, Ash. Come on. Come here. So I've decided to go to Two Roost Lakes, try some fishing there, and then go down to Kidney Lake, where I've been told you can catch some really nice sized fish. Nope. Changed my mind. I'm going to go to Randolph. It's high use that direction. Okay, I lost a little bit of footage because my battery died in the middle of one of my clips. But anyway, we're here. I believe that this is Rudolph Lake, judging by the low point in the geography right there. I think this is Rudolph Lake. If we come down here, you can see that there's a low point in the geography, and then there's Rudolph Lake. But I'm going to walk around the backside, because if there is a spring coming into this lake, it'll be coming in from somewhere on the mountain. This is actually two lakes with a really narrow strip of ground in between the two of them. So I think that there's a passage of water right here that I'm going to be crossing. So I'm going to try to determine which direction the water's flowing to try to decide which direction to look for the spring. But it might be hard to tell. Yeah, it's flowing this way. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good flow. Yeah, this might be it, if we can find a good source up here. I'm not really that worried that an animal took a crap somewhere up on these rocks and it trickled through. I think this is going to be safe drinking water. This is really cool when you only see animal tracks and you don't see people tracks. A couple of fish rise right here, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this line out and see what happens. I'm really hopeful. Ash, you stay. Give it a little action. Let's see if I catch one there. Not even a bump. Well, I didn't get a single bite, and I fished all three of the lakes. I mean, the two are more like ponds, but anyway, not a single bite. I'm gonna move on. I've got to have some fish for dinner. I'm not exactly sure what this one's called. Kind of a nice little pond, but it doesn't look like it's deep enough to really be good fishing. So I'm gonna go down over the ridge, and hopefully that'll drop me right into Two Roost Lake. Well, I can see Two Roost Lake down there, if I can figure out how to actually get through all this stuff here. Alright, here it is. Well, no fish there either. So, I'm gonna head to Kidney Lake. Shadows are starting to get long. I'm running out of time to catch my fish for dinner. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe just cook potatoes by themselves or just eat more granola bars. Well, here we are. This is Kidney Lake. This is my last hope. The only other lake other than this is a really small one called Big Dog. Actually, I think there's a big dog and a little dog. But I don't know if there's any fish in those. Good girl. What do you think, Ash? Is this it? Oh, yep, this is it! Woohoo! First cast. And I've got a nice fish. We're eating trout tonight, Ashy Boo. Oh, I'm so glad. This feels half decent. Woo! First cast. Ash, no, 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 no! Oh, you're gonna be so cold. Ash, leave it! You dumb dog. Hey, hey, watch out, watch out. I gotta land this thing, it's dinner. Finally, the payoff. Woohoo! Yeah! Isn't that a beautiful fish? Look at that. That's a cutthroat, isn't it? That ought to work. I didn't bring any alternative fuels like alcohol or anything, but I did bring an Easy Light fire starter. You know, just in case things got wet or whatever, I'd still be able to get a fire started. And then I also will use that to get my Swedish fire torch started. I'm actually going to aim these out since I've got a kind of a larger size frying pan. Okay, so I just added my fish in with my rehydrating potatoes, and seal those back up so that that fish can just steam. See, that trout's cooking up nicely. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling the bones out of it and pulling the skin off. I'm not really a big fan of the skin myself. I'll pull all these fins off. There's half of them out. Let's see if I can get this other half to cooperate. There we go. There we go. There's the bones out of it. I've got this opened up. And a little bit of salt. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and just start eating this. It looks really good. Oh, yeah. That is good. The fish is still nice and tender. I'm just going to eat these browned potatoes as they get brown. I'm just going to eat them. Look at that nice slab of trout. Woo, hot. Well, it's been a good day. It's been a big day. I'm going to rest well tonight, I think. Right now, I'm just going to eat well. Tell you what, there's nothing quite like fish and potatoes. You know, I must have gotten really lucky. Woo, it's hot. With this fish, because I cast it out, oh, I don't know how many more times, 6 or 7 more times, and I didn't even get another bite. But this one was the first cast. So, hopefully I can catch some more for breakfast. Good morning. As you can see behind me, I slept in my poncho last night. I had a good night's rest, and now I'm going to head down to the lake and see if I can catch some fish. Well, the sun just barely came out. I mean, it was out before, but it's kind of behind the clouds, so that might kind of mess up my chances, I think. I got one really good bite that I thought I was going to bring in, but he got off right before I got him to shore. Oh, there we go. Woohoo! Got one. This feels pretty... Oh, I got off. Dang it. Get a little cup of joe on here for this morning. There we go. Breakfast is served. How does that look? Well, that's a pretty nice breakfast, I'd say. I'm pretty happy with that. Got a nice crunch on these hash browns. In fact, I think these hash browns are probably the way to go. Those scallop potatoes, because they're a little thicker and they're just a little more difficult to get rehydrated and then browned, these were much easier. And honestly, they taste better. So I think I'm just going to convert over to these altogether. Breakfast and dinner. This is delicious. Lots of butter. I even put coconut oil in my coffee. Just give me a little energy for the push out of here today. It's all about packing in the calories. Oh, good stuff. This is living. The lake's right there. I'm a happy man. I just did a little reclamation here, and that's where I had one of my fires. And then last night my fire was right there. So the only thing we're really leaving behind here is some of Ash's dog food. I'm sure the critters will get rid of that really fast. But other than that, I think if you walked through here, you'd never know that anybody had camped here. So we're going to go ahead and head on out. Check it out. Wild raspberries. Yummy. That's so good. There's another one. It's a beach. That is literally just like a beach you'd see in California. Let me get a little closer to this sand and check it out. Yeah, the sand's really, you know, pretty soft. Nice sand. And that's pretty awesome. You could lay on the beach. Here we are, back into the tundra. You know, the nice thing about hiking through stuff like this is it always feels like you're the first guy to ever go through these places. It's just so primitive and rugged. But I really haven't been on the trails very much on this trip. A good portion of it has been bushwhacking, which if it's not too heavy, I really like it. But sometimes there's just too many downed logs and it just gets to be a lot of work. But usually you can kind of find a trail through that's not so bad. She's been a great companion on this trip. Really, truly a loyal friend. Man's best friend, right there. That's what man's best friend looks like. Well, here's a beautiful little site. We just came across this beautiful stream flowing into this little lake. I believe this lake is Big Dog Lake. Well, check this out. Here at Big Dog Lake, I decided to throw my line in. The very first cast. Oh my goodness, look at this fish. This must be a grayling. Wow, that is beautiful. I have never caught one of these in my life. Wow, that is amazing. Can you see that great big fin on its back? Beautiful, beautiful, like turquoise blue colors. Wow, I hope you can see that. I can't see my screen. It's so bright out here. But I'm going to go ahead and get it up here on shore and try to get this out of him so I can release it. Wow. I've never caught one of these. Look at this fin. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, I got to get him on the hook so I can get him back in the water. Okay, buddy, you're free. Whoops. Get down in there. Alright. Well, we'll get him in there. There you go. There you go. Bye-bye. Wow, that was beautiful. I have never caught one of those in my life. That was awesome. I'm getting bites every single cast. You stay there, Ash. You stay. So this is really fun. This is really great fishing. Getting bites every cast, and then I can see their blue fins chasing my lure every time that it gets within sight. Well, I'll tell you, this climb out of here brings back a lot of memories. It's darn near straight up, and I've done it quite a few times now with quite a few different people. But I actually had a Chesapeake Bay retriever go tumbling down this, and I thought he was dead for sure, but in Chesapeake Bay retriever style, he just came crawling out of some bushes and Had a little scrape on his head and he was fine. Well, I just made it to the top. I'm not getting any younger, that's for sure. So here's a view looking down from the top. And where I was just fishing, it's right over here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. You see that water? That's Big Dog Lake right there. Well, I've made it back up to this Jeep trail that got me up here. Whew, I'm tired. So I still have a little bit of a hike up to my vehicle, but I'm going to go ahead and leave my pack here and pick it up on the way down. But there's nothing really super interesting about the rest of this trip, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and say goodbye. And thank you all for coming along with me, so to speak. And even though you weren't there, it kind of felt like you were, because I at least had something to talk to, which was the camera, which is you guys. So thank you all for coming along, and please check out my website, fireboxstove.com. We have some really cool stoves, as well as a lot of other bushcraft and camping, backpacking type items. So just a quick tribute to my dog Ash. She was really great to have along with me. Such a great companion. I never need to worry about her. She takes care of herself. And she's always right there, you know. Great dog. Anyway, thank you all once again. Take care. Bye-bye.